Yeah, so you were saying earlier, man, that you was originally born in Dallas, then you went to New York. What part of New York did you go to?
Queens and Long Island. I went to high school in Uniondale High School, but I lived in Hempstead. Shout out to Hempstead, Hillside.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, man, yeah, so Dallas and New York are obviously completely different, but like, Queens and Long Island is different too. Like, people don't even understand. Like, the boroughs have their own little worlds going on.
Gotcha.
And like, coming from Dallas to Queens and then Queens to Long Island, it was just like, nigga, crazy. It was just fucking crazy. Cause like, in Queens it's all about hustling. And in Long Island it was all about like neighborhoods. Okay. And then, but in Dallas, it's kind of like about neighborhoods too, but it's different. Like, it's hard to explain, but it's different. So
so you stayed up in New York all the way until high school?
No, I stayed in New York from middle school to high school, and when I got out of high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, but you was in elementary in Dallas.
Yeah, I was in elementary in Dallas. I was getting ready to go to. See, in Dallas, I think middle school starts in like 6th grade.
Okay.
Where it starts in 7th in New York.
Okay, yeah, middle school, like, 6th grade in Texas.
So I was in 6th grade when I moved.
Okay.
I don't know if I passed or not though.
Yeah. So they like. Yeah. So was it like a family thing that made you move like that? Or?
Yeah, my mom's from New York.
Okay.
Born and raised New York City, Queens, pretty much her whole life except for when we moved to Long Island.
Yeah.
And my pops is from Oklahoma. They met in Texas.
Okay.
I guess on, college or some shit like that. Yeah. Fucked around, got married, had me right afterwards, and then fucking, you know what I'm saying, we stayed in Dallas because it didn't make sense to move to Oklahoma.
Right on.
And then it didn't make sense to move to New York because, New York niggas.
Expensive as fuck.
Ridiculously expensive. Yeah. So we was moving all over. Like, I was born in Dallas General. Yeah. And then we moved to the Colony, and then we moved to Carrollton, and then we moved to South Dallas, then we moved, we moved all over Dallas, like.
Okay.
Yeah, we moved all over, or Oak Cliff, all over Dallas. It was crazy, but, I mean, it was cool. Like, I ain't never had no issues with Dallas. Like, that's why I moved back. Okay. Because, like, my older brother, 10 years and 10 days older than me.
Okay.
So he was here starting a family by the time we moved. Like, I think I was 8, was I 9 or 10? When is 5th or 6th grade?
I don't know for sure.
See, all I remember is he already had his first kid, and we was getting ready to move.
Yeah.
And I think she was 1 or 2, and he had her at 18.
Okay.
So I know we moved probably around that time. Like, was I going into 6th grade? Yeah. I don't know, bro. That shit, I'm long ago. Yeah. Now that I think about that shit.
So, growing up out there, like, did any of this kind of like inspire you to get into the music side of things? And
I mean, I've always been a writer. My older brother, the one I was talking about, he sings. Okay. He's like he used to be in a rock band. Actually, still in the rock band, but he can sing his ass off. Like, nigga can hit the Marvin Gaye notes, nigga can hit Prince, all that shit. Like, the nigga range is crazy. Yeah. And my pops used to be in a band while back that I found out about later when my mom and him first met. Yeah. And but yeah, so like, music has always been there, but I wanted to be growing up. My idols were, and I say my idols, but the people I looked up to were the hustlers. Okay. Was Dame, Diddy, Russ, those cats, because I saw them.
Gotti's and stuff.
Herbs, yeah. Okay, and you know what's crazy is one of my cousins grew up with John now.
Okay.
So like I saw Ja. I knew who Ja. Ja was really a street nigga. Like, niggas be talking all that shit they want. Yeah. Ja used to be a real street nigga. I don't know what happened after the 50 beef and all that shit, but nigga was, you know what I'm saying. But I wanted to be them. Like, I had wanted to be them, but I'd always been good at writing. Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wrote poems and little shit, short story shit all the time. And English and writing and shit like that was my favorite subjects. I hated math. I loved history. And I kind of was into reading. That shit was boring at the time. And like, so, but to me, it was all about how to put words together to make shit, you know what I'm saying, dope. So that's always been there. But the hustler, once I saw, Diddy and fucking Minx and Dame and them on the boats and shit like that. And like, nigga, it made me be like, yo, I don't want to be the monkey or the zoo animal and shit. I want to be the nigga behind the back pulling the strings.
Gotcha.
So that I kind of started my way into music that way, and then as I got older, I started seeing like Diddy started doing music. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I started seeing people like, you know, actually really doing Fat Joe, doing music and controlling shit at the same time.
Gotcha.
So like I was like, damn. And my favorite rapper is Big Pun.
Alright.
So I
Big Pun.
Yeah, man. Like and when I saw all that, it made me realize like, oh shit, like I can do both. And then I came back down to Dallas and my cousin was making beats. And I've been rapping ever since, like fucking around ever since.
Gotcha. So man, what would you say, dog? Like, was it a hard transition to kind of create a sound or vibe coming from New York and combining that with Dallas, or was you at come like I'ma just do me, or do I need to go with this sound? Because creating something that motherfuckers gonna like, especially in Texas, but dog, that shit hard as fuck.
In the beginning, I used to try to conform to whatever. I used to try to conform to, and I ain't gonna hold you, like I used to try to rap like I was from Dallas.
Yeah.
And then I tried to rap, but I would have bars like I was from New York. And
that should be the most successful way, if you ask me. Like,
well, yeah,
that would be
right,
like,
right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I would, you know what I'm saying? But it didn't fit me.
Okay.
It like and my new project that I'm getting ready to drop is called Nomad with a Notepad, and it's basically because I've traveled from Dallas to New York, and then I joined the military at a young age, so I traveled the world. Gotcha. So like I ain't really like, people always ask me where you from, and it's like, I mean, I'm from Dallas, I'm from New York, I'm from shit wherever you know what I mean, because ain't no place really been home to me. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom and them been in Queens, and nigga, they done moved around a lot. Like, there's no real place that I could just say, you know, I'm going to my mom's crib. Yeah. And it may, you know, my mom's been in her place now for a few years. That place we could maybe call home, but it's
y'all always been on shift.
Yeah, we always been moving. So like for me, I you know, I needed to let that out in the music. And like, you know, you go through phases in music, man. I think a lot of people just need to realize that, like, as you evolve as a person, you gotta change what you see. Like, I'm not rapping about gangbanging and trapping. I'm more like, nigga, I'm a grown ass man. I'm rapping about fucking smoking and drinking. Like, that's what I'm doing. Like, and getting money. You know what I'm saying? But realistically, like, I'm not, you know, it's not no street shit. Not no more anyway. Yeah. And it's like, I mean, I can be street if I need to, but it's not. Yeah. It's not necessary. Like, sure. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You know, you gotta find you a lane. Create your lane that's true to yourself. Right. Find your sound and keep punching and pushing that sound until others gravitate to it. You know what I'm saying? Look, I tell people, try to build supporter by supporter. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Grab eye by eye, make every eye count, and then you can start, you know, crafting and, you know, manifesting your own little fan bases and certain dynamics. You know what I'm saying? Even if you can't get Dallas behind you, you might be able to get pieces of Arlington, or something else, that Mesquite, or you know what I'm saying, different things like that around that region, or maybe somebody in New Mexico. Right. It's fans for people everywhere. You just gotta find out, because the internet makes that so much easier to me, man. Hell yeah. The internet, because without the internet, we wouldn't be doing this interview.
No, in fact.
Without this internet, I wouldn't be doing interviews, period. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This is the best time in the world, you know.
You could be anywhere at any time.
Exactly.
On anybody's platform, and it's crazy because, like, people will be talking down on social media. I hate social media. It's like,
I'm like, bro, I love social media.
Yeah, I got to. But you let it control. If you let it control you, then yeah. But if you use it to your advantage, what?
Niggas be like, this internet shit. I'm like, bro, you're a rapper, nigga. Right. The internet is how you get paid.
Facts.
Like, we gotta change that dynamic. Like, our rappers be shitting on the internet. I'm like, bro, say you just hate the messy shit. Don't say you hate the internet.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
The messy shit, we all hate the messy shit, but the internet, bro,
it's gonna make or break.
The internet is how you getting paid at this point, bro. Without streaming, you don't get paid.
Nope.
Without the internet, digitally numbers, nobody wants to book you for a show.
Nope. Because you don't have a following.
You don't. That's how everything is scaled through the internet now. Yep. I do this internet shit, and I say it all the time. So, you got that project coming. You spoke on. Let's talk about what you got out right now, like on YouTube and everything like that.
So right now I got the song "Make 'Em Remember," produced by the homie Jay Oliver. Okay. And it's you know, I hadn't been doing I hadn't done music 3 years. Okay. 3 years, and I was like, you know, I gotta just drop a song to make them remember that I still do this shit. Yeah. And like it's crazy how it all fell together, because I know Jay had been on one of my songs before, featured on a hook. Gotcha. And then like when I reached out, he was like, yeah, let's do something. And literally he played a beat in the studio, we did the hook, wrote the verses right there.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So it was just like perfect. So I'm probably not gonna put it on the project. It's probably just gonna be something I just want to let people know I'm still doing music. So like for me, it was refreshing to be able to do that on the spot.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Because if I hadn't done it like that, I probably wouldn't do music no more.
Gotcha. Yeah, you gotta flow, bro. You gotta be right there. I'm hands on, real quick. All that planning and waiting and I put that shit out. I'm finna do this. I'm about to do this. Yeah. I got plans of doing this. I'm fenced to all that shit there. I'm grown, so none of that shit means nothing to me anymore until it's executed.
Right, just do it.
All that shit is just talk until I see action. It's just simple and plain. So that's out. You got that going.
Yeah. Singles dropping. The single for the new project is gonna end up dropping on the 24th of January. Okay. It'll be everywhere available. For the project though, it'll be dropping February 21st. Okay. And the project is Nomad with a Notepad. And what we're gonna end up doing is dropping about 100 copies of physical copies, and it's not gonna be CDs, not gonna be nothing like that, but it's gonna be basically, because it's gonna go with the composition of the book. It's our composition book, and it's gonna be, when you open up, it'll be like a thank you letter, and then it'll be a pen, nice pen, and then like your own little notepad for you to, you know what I'm saying, either write a thank you or fuck you, whatever you want to write, and then like a flash drive for you to, with all the music, all the videos, as much content as I can give you on that flash drive. That way, you know, like I said, you can get the full experience of the whole project from beginning to end. And like I said, we're only doing about 100 copies, so get on the mailing list. You know, follow me on my IG. I'll be dropping the links for all that shit. I'll have an app actually coming next year as well. Like, I'm like,
gotta turn up.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like, Make 'Em Remember kind of made me feel like, all right, it's time. Like, it's time to go. So, and I've been getting great reviews from it. Like, it's crazy because, like, people that really didn't know I even did music, once they heard it, they were like, damn.
Yeah, you got a vibe on that for sure. Yeah. You vibing for sure, man. It's all about getting in that creative bag, man, and not giving a fuck. You gotta just really get out there and not give two fucks. And that's what I really mostly look for in my interviews. Like, I look for work ethic and how much does it look like you give a fuck. Because the people who give too much of a fuck about other people's opinions, or you know, you'll never care. You'll never get nowhere.
You'll never get nowhere. You'll make it, and then you'll just.
Yeah, you won't last long. You'll get worked up because you put all this work in and you didn't get no views.
As much as you wanted.
Every artist, I tell every artist this right here: go put all your effort into a mixtape or a project or whatever, and you know, put hours, money into it, everything you got, and then put it out. And this is how you get tested. You put it out and nobody fucks with it.
Man,
if you pack up and say, fuck it, man, I'm done. Yeah. But if you say, fuck it, you know what?
I'm gonna push this.
I'm finna push this one and go to the next one. You the person that's gonna probably you're gonna get everybody not gonna be a multi-millionaire out this game. No, but you can
get somewhere.
But you gonna get somewhere in this game.
Where you can feed your family and shit like that. I think people will be, like I said that earlier today, and it's like, I think people reach for the stars hoping only to hit the stars, and it's like, bruh, but if you land in the clouds, first off, that's a soft-ass landing. Second of all, nigga, that's a great spot to be in the clouds. Like, nigga, if you miss the moon and you hit the stars, nigga, you at least amongst the stars. Like it's just.
It's like, I think niggas look at it like this. I have to be like Future or I fail.
Yeah, or I fail. And it's like
nah, nigga, it's so good in between that. It's so good in between
like,
that.
Niggas, you can
even if you can only make $200,000-$300,000 a year off music.
Only.
Yeah,
like,
I'm just saying. That's not even only. That's not even
the
only.
What I'm saying. Like, if you're making that, nigga, like you literally you not in the hood.
Yeah.
You which is 90% of everybody you ask. I just wanted to get out the hood. This, that, and that. I wanted to find another route. Well, if you was making money like that, 200,000, 300,000, you're not making that from trapping no more. You're just not. Like, I mean, if you are, you work for the cartel. Yeah. And your rap is the last thing on your fucking mind. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But if you wanted to get out the hood because you tired of nickel and dime, ounce and quarter pound, whatever bricks, whatever the case may be, 200,000 is great. Great. And it's all legit. I ain't got to look over my shoulder. I ain't got to worry about niggas coming to get me. I ain't got to worry about the feds trying to take it all. Like, nigga, what? Greatness. Like,
lovely.
Yeah, like, nigga, please. I'm all in on that shit.
So also it's a lot of artists in the game right now, man. Mm-hmm. Who out here, and they ain't gotta be nobody from Dallas or New York. Who do you think creatively you would love to get on the track with? Because I always tell people in every interview, a big key to elevation is collaboration.
It's two people. Yeah. My favorite right now, like R&B-ish artist, would be Brent Faiyaz. He's dope as hell. He's got an element to him that, like, musically, that's on point as hell. Like, I'm a fan. Like, I would fuck with him. He hard as hell. Like, I would fuck with him on the music shit. Like,
Kiss It For I Leave.
Yeah, like,
hey, that's some raw shit, dog.
The nigga raw. Like, nigga raw. And he an R&B nigga, but he's street with this shit. Like, so I would fuck with him. And then rap, man. It's just so many people out there.
It's hard.
It's definitely hard. But I mean, up and coming, I would say, oh man, that is still tough.
Yeah. Could be anybody, man. Collab.
I would have to say my favorite would have to be, you know what? I'm lying. I would have to say Rick Ross.
Rick Ross.
Like, because I like Nip, rest in peace, said, Nipsey was a big fan. Like, if Nipsey wasn't dead, it'd be Nipsey, hands down.
Yeah.
Or Mac, hands down. Mac is my guy too. But like, to me, Ross has been one of my favorites as far as watching the growth.
Gotcha.
And watching the wealth hit him. And watching all and he ain't never really folded.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Under the pressure.
He done had a couple moments like under the microscope questionable spots.
Yeah.
But he ain't never folded and he ain't never just backed down and like.
Yeah. That's big.
To me, that's big. Even 50 had moments of fold, and I'm from New York.
Yeah.
That bankruptcy shit hurt.
Yeah.
His whole credibility of this, that, and the third, which it makes sense. We get it. It's chess.
Yeah.
But it's like.
That was always 50's big like claim to power is that
I'm rich.
And y'all niggas not. And I don't have to act like I'm bankrupt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then we know he had to do it for the finesse. But it's like still he had to do it.
Nigga, you had to do it. And it's like Ross ain't never done it. And then like I said, bar for bar, to me, Ross be talking cloth talk and people really just don't be catching.
Oh yeah, he do.
Like people, you know what I'm saying?
Trilla is in my top 10 albums. Trilla is my shit. Other niggas like other albums, which is cool. I like Deep in the Rap. I like Teflon Don, all those. But Trilla at that time when Trilla dropped out, that was my fucking life, man.
See, but like that's I mean those are the two right now, like hands down that I would definitely.
So Trilla, Rick Ross, Brent Faiyaz, the two good collabs, man. I'm fucking with Brent Faiyaz, and I really, I caught him on the feature. I seen him moving around on IG a little bit, on YouTube a little bit, but. You seen, I knew that song, Kissing in the Morning. So, you know I'm tapping in. The one where he in the train station on the corner with his niggas too. That one, I forgot the name of that one.
Trust Me.
Hey. That I just really got hip to that shit.
I think,
recently too. That's what's crazy. You spoke that up.
Yeah, it's funny because like I caught him on the late end as well. Yeah. And it was like, cause he from DC.
Yeah. Well, he's not actually from DC. He's from that area, but it's a different place. Maryland, bro. I want to say it's Maryland where you from.
Well, you know, Jay Oliver's from Baltimore.
Okay.
So like, that whole area section or whatever,
DMV,
you know what I'm saying? That whole DMV area, like niggas in New York, we watch it, you know what I'm saying? But we really don't be watching them like that. You know what I'm saying?
And like, shit, well, I really don't know if he even from Maryland, bro.
I think he's from that area because he always mentioned it. He always mentioned that area.
Okay.
So I know he's from that area, but honest to God truth, like I said, the song that put me onto him was "Fuck the World, I'ma Walk in Erection." Like I was like, who is this? And then he had it screwed up and doing all this shit. I was like, okay. Then I started looking into his shit, you know, that he'd already, you know, released. I was like, yo, this nigga hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga, like, where has this nigga been? But like now, the feature shot him up, and then, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, because I actually was looking at the feature with the nigga, but that ticket went up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it did. I'm pretty sure it did.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, y'all get ready for the new project. He got it coming. Tap in. It's going to go up. Going to do what it got to do. Make sure y'all lock in with him, man. For sure. Ziggy is dropping soon.